I really don't think anyone has gone on the internet before and be a complete stranger to Bendy and Ink Machine. You know, Bendy and Ink Machine, a very popular indie horror game released back in 2017 that's about these friendly cartoon demons coming out of walls and trying to kill you. Like many other indie horror franchises, this game had left its mark on the whole gaming industry back in 2017, with it having console ports, shirts and plushies, spin-off titles, and now a very deserved sequel that lots of people have been anticipating for. But it hasn't just been until recently that the upcoming Bendy sequel, Bendy and the Dark Revival, has gotten some mixed reactions over the last 4 years of the original game being out. Lots of videos and articles have been made about Bendy and how the sequel's possible bad reputation might ruin the whole franchise as a whole. Now, I want to make it clear that I love Bendy and the Ink Machine. I don't despise any bit of it. But recently, things have happened that are probably gonna change some opinions of mine and many other Bendy fans around the world. I want to make it clear that everything I'll say in this video is just my opinion. Even if some things are factual, a majority of what I'll say in this video is just my opinion. But anyways, let's start with the main part of the whole video. Now, if it hasn't been obvious already, Bendy and the Dark Revival is taking a long-ass time to come out. I mean, it only took like a couple months for each chapter of the original game to come out, and that was nothing, and you've seen how the game has looked. It looks incredible. The sequel is even looking better with the appealing visuals and animation that look 10 times better than what the original had. The budget for the sequel seems to be more higher quality than the last game, as the last game's visuals were appealing but not as visually appealing. But the sequel seems to be doing it right with the graphics. It honestly looks incredible, I will say. Graphics aside, on June 1st of 2020, of a year wasn't it, the official Bendy YouTube channel, Joey Drew Studios, uploaded a video titled The Reason Why Bendy and the Dark Revival is Taking So Long. You think this video would have all our answers, right? Well, it does, but now looking back at it, it's not looking quite good. And the video had one explanation to the title. And it said that the Bendy team is trying to make all 5 chapters at one time. Honestly, looking back at it now, making all 5 chapters at one time sounds very good on a piece of paper, right? But honestly, now that they're actually trying to do that, it's getting tedious to wait, honestly. And it's not really like that everyone's impatient. I mean, I know a lot of people are probably impatient right now, but it's also kind of ruining the magic of what made Bendy so special in the first place and how it grew such a bigger audience than it needed to. Like I said, this is going to be my opinion, but what Bendy and the Dark Revival is doing that the original did is that the sequel isn't trying to build up hype. Now, don't take this the wrong way. Back when we were getting our first look at all the teasers and trailers of the game, everyone was getting hyped for it. But now it's kinda just an empty open field at this point. When Chapter 1 had released for the original, it had introduced everyone to the game and, starting fresh. And when the chapters always ended with a cliffhanger, it will always fill in some suspense for the next chapter. So when the next chapter releases, everyone is gonna want to know what the hell's gonna happen and what's gonna happen after that. And this pattern had worked for this game so very well. And that's why this game became so popular, because of this pattern of them just leaving off cliffhangers, making people wonder what's going to happen, and it's why it's bringing people back. And as each chapter went on, it introduced more people to the game, and it was eventually building up to a very large audience of people that love this franchise with a burning passion. Now that the sequel is releasing all 5 chapters at once, there isn't going to be anything to build suspense for, as people will continue to play the full game to find out what happened, rather than having to wait. And it also doesn't help of how Bendy team and the Meatly are communicating with the fandom. Right now, the Bendy fandom is kinda dead, and that can be taken all on the Meatly's part, as him and his team aren't keeping us updated. With no gameplay, no screenshots, nothing is being shown for the sequel, and that's probably why most Bendy fans have came to the conclusion of the game being cancelled. This is somewhat the same situation with Security Breach, as Steelwell were completely silent for months, but that was only months. Joey True Studios hasn't uploaded a video in over a year, and there hasn't been anything related to Bendy and the Dark Revival on their channel in over 2 years, and there also hasn't been any updates on any other social media websites right now about the game. So, as of now, no one knows what's happening behind the scenes, but right now, it isn't looking really good. I don't believe this game is cancelled. I wouldn't believe that the Meatley and the Bendy team would put all their hard work into this game just for it to be cancelled. I really do think they're still working on it, but they just aren't telling us or telling anyone about anything about this game. And honestly, it's making everyone worry and making everyone wonder what is going on. Now, what will specifically happen when the game's fully released, which I hope it is? Well, to be honest, I am quite worried for the feedback that the game will possibly receive when it fully releases. You see, when the full original game came out, a complaint that was made about it was mainly just that it was very buggy and glitchy. And usually buggy and glitchy, complaints are common for every video game that releases. But sometimes, and a majority of the time, glitches can completely just ruin, your experience while playing the game. And I'll also mention that when the original fully came out, some have said that it's very, very boring to play the full game in one sitting. And the fact that the sequel is releasing the whole finished product at one time, if this possibly means that people will be bored with it, as the original was kind of more of a puzzle-solving game, and, since it's more puzzle-solving, it means just sitting around wondering what the heck you have to do, and not knowing what to do is going to be tedious, especially with a game like Bendy. And unless if the sequel does something different, it's going to be more of the same, more puzzle solving and that kind of stuff. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This video was kind of similar to my previous video, which is about, Theft King versus King Carter, with all the editing and stuff. Honestly, I will have to say, I actually kind of like making these types of videos. Now, don't take it the wrong way. I don't really like talking about controversy. But, just editing these kind of videos, I always like the product and how everything will turn out in the end. So, who knows? I probably will continue this because I made this video. So, yeah, who knows? And you've seen how many views the King Carter vs. Theft King video got. Holy crap. I'm gonna let you guys off the hook now. So, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I barely say that. I don't know why. I'm just losing my words right now. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And please subscribe. I'm losing subscribers. I'm not losing subscribers, but I'm not getting subscribers. Please,